is Larry the Barberman, and today I'm at Barber Connect 2017 with Harry of Ego Barbershop. Ego Barbershop is the highest followed barbershop in the UK. Harry was previously a hairdresser at Daniel Galvin, lost his love for female hair and found himself in barbering. So, Harry, tell me your ethos on cutting hair. Remind me.
We focus on shape before fade. We look to structure a haircut by putting the shape in before we do anything else when it comes to clipper work. And that's our main focus, is to put the shape into the hair.
And what is the importance of putting in shape before faded, in your opinion?
Well, it gives you the precision and it gives you the right structure to your haircut. So ideally we will put the shape in. We will blow dry the hair into shape, because that's how the client's going to wear his hair. First of all, you find a lot of barbers will concentrate on the fade rather than concentrating on the shape. And it's very important to put the shape into the hair.
And if you, with your particular method, done the fade first, what flaws do you think that you would find in your own work?
Well, you'll find yourself, getting the wrong shape that will come into the hair. If ideally, if we're going to put a square layer or a round layer, you pretty much set yourself up to the guideline where you need to put your clipper work in, and it's easier to follow the shape as well.
And explain to me what a round layer and a square layer is, because I'm sure a lot of barbers don't actually know.
Well, a squared layer, when you're looking at different head shapes. So ideally, a squared layer is conducted ideally with a round layer according to the face shape of the client, what will suit the client.
Okay, so you've been in the barbering industry, hairstyling industry for 20 plus years. You're big in the barbering community on Instagram. You're considered a scissor wizard.
Yeah. With over 22 years, what I found, which I brought into my work was, I was trained through Vidas Sassoon, and I brought my scissor work into barbering, which has really worked for me and worked for my clients and for my business.
Very well.
I can honestly say, I love cutting hair, and when I crossed over to men's hair, and for me was to learn the clipper work, learn the fades, learn how to use clippers, and I wanted to combine the two together. So when I did combine the two together, it was like it was lacking in barbering, and a lot of things that were lacking in barbering back then and that are still lacking in barbering now is the fact is that people are not following shape through the haircut, and I got a lot of rewards through my business, through me as a stylist, and you find yourself enjoying yourself more. I love cutting hair, I love using the scissors, and that's what we tend to follow the shape before the fade.
Okay, so what styles do you think may be coming in the summer or next year where scissor work may need to be on point with a lot of barbers?
Well, longer hairstyles will I'm finding that, you're mixing the fades with the longer hairstyles on top. You've got the crops. In the summer, you do find that the fades tend to come more in because people like to get their hair taken shorter. But you've got to be ready for any trends that come in. You've got to cater for the longer hair, because you could find yourself in the next few years that everyone wants long hair. So all of a sudden your business is going to take an effect because you can't do long hair. Because you find, what I used to find with barbers when I got into barbering is when a long haircut used to come in, no one wanted to do it because no one knew how to do it. And with knowing how to follow through a square layer, round layer, graduation, cross graduation, finding balance in your haircut and putting the right shape in, you'll find yourself that you'll be able to cater for all hair. And that's the main advantage, is like if you're going to cut hair, I find that a lot of barbers will consider themselves to be good barbers because they can fade. Now, if you can do a fade and you're doing the same fade and you continuously keep doing the same fade, and that's all that's all you're giving your client. You're not really catering for everyone. So there's so much limits to what you can do with your work that you can add to your work. And not only you'll get the rewards from your finishing and you can add the fades to the current styles, then you can sort of add trends. You can follow the trends and then you can set the trends. And our main focus is we like to set the trends and you know, it's so much more into cutting hair than fading. And that's what we want to give. We want to give the industry something that is lacking. There's education. There's a lot of people doing good things with education at the present time in barbering, but it needs a lot more. It needs a lot more going into barbering, because what I want to give to barbering and what I want to give back to a lot of barbers is when someone comes in for a haircut, they haven't got a problem paying you what you're worth. And you still got that in the barbershop. I charge, you know, they don't want to pay for the haircut. They don't think, you know, they think £30, £40, £50 is too much. What if the client come in and has no problem paying you for what you're worth? Why should the hairdressers charge £40 for a men's haircut, for a fade or whatever they're doing in the hairdressers? Because not a lot of hairdressers tend to follow fades in the hairdressers, but why should they charge more than your local barbers if they're doing a better haircut? And that value is lacking, and it's still lacking. Even though we're growing in the industry, I want to give something back to the barbering industry where you can charge more and you haven't got a problem with when someone walks in to worry about putting your prices up, and the value is still not valued to it the way it should be in barbering. And that's what I want to give back, and that's what I'm going to change.
There was a reason many years ago that salons banned hair clippers, and it was only scissors work. Yeah. There's more value in scissor work than there is in clipper work. Yeah, as a result, why would you want to devalue your shop by having just clippers?
Of course,
so
of course.
What you're now saying is your educational course that's soon to come out, or academy, yeah, KOT, is going to lift barbers' standards up to the same of that of any top hair salon. As a result, you will not be frightened to charge the same money that hairdressers would charge.
You should be valued. If you're producing the work that you believe you're producing to your clientele, and it shouldn't be a problem putting your prices up. There should be no £10 haircuts. There should be no £8, £10, £12 haircuts. You're worth more than that, and that's what I want to give back. I want to give back that you know the value of barbering. Unless you're in the city and you're in London and they're charging a lot more, a lot of the big names. You know, if you go through the suburbs, they all still charge £10, £12 for a haircut. And for me, you're devaluing the industry. The industry is worth a lot more. Cutting hair as a barber is worth a lot more. And that's what I want to give back. And I'm going to give that back to the industry, is you're worth more. And what you do, you know, and what you give and the passion that you're giving for your work and you're putting into a haircut, that shouldn't be a problem. That should not be a problem to be able to charge £25, £30, £50, 60. You never know how far we can go, because this is still a great, you know, we're still growing as barbers. You know, everyone wants to become a barber. The industry is very hyped at the moment. But why don't clients want to pay that extra money to get a haircut? Why do they feel it's too expensive? Why can a hair salon charge a lot more?
Education.
Of course.
Which leads me on to the next topic, which is KOT. Kings of Tomorrow, which will be Ego Barbers Academy. Kings of Tomorrow was born as a result of you getting how many DMs a week?
Daily. You know, I sometimes reach up to 50 DMs a day.
Okay.
From barbers worldwide.
And the common request during these DMs
is education. We want to learn what you're doing. You know, with our education, what we want to bring as well, it's not just, you know, we want them to walk away like they've learned something. And Stel said this the other time we had the interview, is I don't want you to come there and see how good I am at cutting hair, how I showboat. The reason why I brought Stel in as well is I want to deliver an education that is powerful. So when you walk away, you're going to walk away and you're going to take back to your salon. At the same time, I want to be able to show you how to showcase your work, how to reach people out there. How, you know, I want people to actually, you know, for you to deliver something that people are going to admire, inspire, and that's my main goal is giving that powerful education where I'm going to give back to the barbering community and give the value that is deserved into the work that we do. Because I know all the barbers out there, you know, a lot of them are very like, you know, I was talking to a lot of the younger barbers here today, and I want to say hi to everyone and thanks for the love that you all showed me today. It's very humbling. Is that, you know, they're all fast to say to me their bosses don't want to put the prices up. They're scared. They charge £12, you know, maximum £15, you know, £10 or whatever whatsoever, and they're scared. They're scared of losing clients.
Right, billboards ain't going out there though. But if the haircuts are on point, those haircuts are not haircuts, they're billboards. Yeah,
that's the main problem. And they're telling me a salon that they can nowhere near cut to the standard of what they're giving with their fades are charging £40 a haircut. So why? Why can a hair salon that don't do men's hair on a regular basis charge more, but the barbers that are actually producing very good work, and these boys have got queues of clients waiting for them, are paying £10 for fades? And for me, I just can't believe that this still exists. And where we've grown so much as barbers, well, why is it so still devalued? There should be more value in what to do. So my main focus with the education and what me and Stel are going to do is deliver something that you're going to walk away and take back to your salon. Not only walk away and take it back, but how to showcase, how to put yourself out there, how to make people believe in what you're doing. You know, you need to show them your passion, and that's what I did. I showed them, you know, I'm just a normal guy, 2 kids, you know, I'm a dad who loves cutting hair, and I love it. I honestly say my hobby is cutting hair, and that's what I want to deliver is something that will be valued and for you to take forward.
And bring your sick, badass clipper work to the same standard that your scissor work is.
100%.
And then if a barber can do that,
100%.
then he can look his client dead in the eye and know that he can charge £30 to £40 for a haircut because his skill set is in place. 100%. So this is what you'd say that Kings of Tomorrow is going to bring to the barbering community. If you're a sick fader, after coming to you, your scissor work will be equally as sick as your fade work, and you'll teach them how to bring the two things together.
100%.
So, Harry, your Instagram is well over 210,000. The proof's in the pudding. You are bringing something unique to the industry, something that people want and need. What would you say has been instrumental in getting your numbers to what they are today?
It's giving people a belief that they can do that. It's you know, when a lot of people that reply back to me is you know, they will always tell me that, you know, I give them that belief that maybe one day I can be that guy. I can, you know, inspire people, and it's all about believing and giving people belief. So, you know, if you want to put that belief into you know, reality, you got to work for it, and you got to educate yourself. You know, not educate yourself. You need to get the education, and to put it into reality, you know, you have to follow what you're doing. You know what I mean? You have to set yourself a goal and actually make that happen.
Okay. Not only are you doing Instagram, you've now recently started a YouTube channel. By your own admission, you haven't got many videos on there now.
Not yet, but we will once.
What can we expect when you get your rhythm?
It's going to be we're going to start uploading more stuff what we're doing through the education through YouTube. Just giving you a few insights on what's going on with our seminars, our day courses. You know, we're gonna look to highlight what we're doing with a lot of the shows that we're going to be doing, a lot of the stuff. So it's going to be more day-to-day videos on how we're making this happen. You know, how we're changing barbers and making them better so they can take back to their barbershop.
Okay, so you've built up the hopes of a lot of barbers. Where can they find out about your forthcoming courses? Where can they find out about your progress and what's new in the day?
Everything will be launched very soon. We're looking at the next few weeks. We're in June now. So very soon we're going to launch it. We're going to start with our seminar, which is going to be in our shop. There will be a lot of stuff that we're going to do through academies, a lot of stuff that we're going to go out. We're looking to do tours in Europe, America. So just keep a lookout. We'll be launching it. We'll be putting it through Instagram, through the stories, through the Insta stories, through the main post. And all you've got to do is just send us an email, and we will try and fit as many people as we can in. At the moment, there is a lot of requests for it, so there's only 2 of us doing it, so we can only do so much. But we'll definitely try 100% to get to you and give you the education.
Harry, Ego Barbers, thank you ever so much.
Pleasure,
for
Larry,
giving me a
always.
solo interview. You've heard it, guys. This guy is all about the passion. This guy is all about getting your standards to a level where you can charge what the hairdressers are charging. Because let's look at it from a different angle. If a gentleman goes into a hairdresser because he's not confident about a barber cutting their hair on top, he's going to end up paying £40 for a crap fade and a good style. Why not go to Harry, learn the skills that you need where you can style good on top and skin fade at the bottom? Then what's that going to do for the hairdresser? That client is your client forever because your skill set is in place. I've learned a lot, so I thank you very much and applaud you, Harry.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Thank you very much.